Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful Friday. Today is the day I'm concluding another discography journey. I'm concluding my Marianas Trench discography journey. This is the last Marianas Trench album I will be listening to until they release a new one. I would have exhausted their entire discography. Today I am listening to their very first album from 2006, 14 years ago, called Fix Me. Like I said in my prior Marianas Trench video for their second album, Masterpiece Theater, this discography journey has taken a long time to finish. It's taken over a year, and I really do apologize for that once again. Last year, I listened to their latest 3 albums, Phantoms, Astoria, and Ever After, and then for whatever reason, I took a year break from uploading Marianas Trench videos, and it didn't sit well with me. I won't lie. I told myself, I just need to wrap up this discography journey. I felt really bad for taking such a long break in between videos for my Marianas Trench discography journey, but I felt like that was the right time to finally wrap it up. Looking at the track list, I don't recall hearing any of the songs except for track number 5, Shake Trap. Oh, yes. There are 11 tracks. The album is 40 minutes, but like always, if I start listening to a song and it sounds familiar, I'll let you guys know. So let's get right into it with track number 1, Say Anything.
I never took you for a trick, but sometimes I don't know what you want. That little bitch with her head held so high. This is where I scream from. Yeah, you can bring it all, bring it on. There's a little bit of you and all. I don't see anything at all. I was talking on a dollar sign. I'm always in there. Say anything at all.
Okay, that was track number 1, Say Anything. This was a great song, a really great way to open up the album, and his voice, there's so much raw passion in his voice, and in this song in particular. He sounds very emotional, but also very angry and upset. I can take it if you need to take this out on someone. That little bitch with her head held so high, talking shit when I cut myself so I could feel something. I know it's not a lie. This is where I scream from. Yeah, you can take it all away and I'll miss. There's a little bit of you in all of this. You know I hate myself without you now. So just from reading the lyrics, I could tell that this might be a different album from the rest of their discography. He is confessing that there's a better bit of me to see yet. So you haven't seen the best of me. You might be seeing me at my worst. You might not be seeing me at my best potential. But this isn't all there is. There is much more to me than what you see. So now let's move on to track number 2, Decided to Break It.
Just play the fucking part. What?
Already, that was track number 2, Decided to Break It, and I really enjoyed the song. I thought it was catchy as hell, and he sounded great in the song, like always. He always sounds great in all the songs, Josh Ramsey, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So now we'll move on to track number 3, September.
Bring me
Okay, that was track number 3, September, and I'm just rocking out to this album. It's taking me back to the year 2006 when I was a teenager, when I was about 16-ish, and I remember listening to a lot of Green Day, American Idiot, My Chemical Romance, The Black Parade. I was also listening to 3 Days Grace, Evanescence, a lot of hard rock music. In my opinion, at the time when I was 16, I mean, that was the sort of rock music I listened to. A lot of current modern rock music. And this album would have fitted perfectly. I mean, compared to the rest of their albums, I definitely feel like this album is more... It's more a hard rock. It's definitely not as pop sounding as the rest of their discography. This is more straightforward hard rock music. I feel like this might be their most rock sounding album. A lot of their other albums are more pop rock. And I am looking at the genre list for this album, and it does say hard rock and pop punk. But then as we progress further into their discography, like Masterpiece Theater, they start to create symphonic rock, and then that slowly progresses into pop rock. So now let's move on to track number 4, Alibis.
From the scrapes and bruises, all my faces are alibis in me. Still taste that sadness. Nothing of the man I am to be. All my faces are alibis. I'm half the man I wanted to be.
Okay, that was track number 4, Alibis. Where was this album when I was a teenager? You know, my eyes started to well up a little bit there. I'm just thinking about some memories right now. And this album is a little relatable to me back when I was a teenager. I feel like I would have loved this album. Definitely, I want to say this is probably my favorite track on the album so far, but it is a little hard to listen to because just whatever. Why is this happening? Okay. There's nothing familiar here anymore to anyone or anything left to feel alive, and I still taste that sickness, and it makes me crazy without it at best. But I'm in the same place I used to be, but I'm trying harder not to be. This is not the man I hope to be, and I'm just trying to stop the bleeding. I don't know how to word it. It just started to deserve it. I'm getting the feels. I'm definitely getting the feels. Oh, this is definitely a different sounding album than the rest of their discography. There's something sad about this album. And I don't know if that's the intention. I'm sorry if it isn't. It's just the mood that this album's putting me in. It's putting me in a sad mood. Though I'm having fun, I am having fun listening to this album. So now we'll move on to track number 5, Shake Trap.
Take a ride on.
Yes, track number 5, Shake Trap. I think this was the first Marianas Trench song I ever heard in my life. I remember being a teenager and jamming out to this song in my bedroom like a crazy man. Crazier than what you just saw right here. Just jumping up and down my bed, just beat out of energy by the time this song finished. I loved this song so much. Try a little more, a little more, a little more, slap you like a bitch, and you take it like a whore. With a cheap perfume, I hate this room, so testify, but I still tried, and you need that stab little handshake trap. This song really is catchy as hell, and to this day, it's still one of my favorite Marianas Trench songs ever. So we will now move on to track number 6, Low. Okay, and that was track number 6, Low. I feel like this song is pretty straightforward. And I want you to know that I won't let go again. I feel so low. You were the first to knock me down. In a way, I guess we're even now. And I know I only used that first to justify, but maybe that's not just a lie, who knows. I'm sorry that I'm always the one to make you feel that burden, and I feel so ashamed. This used to be easy. I feel so low. So once again, we're continuing the theme of, I feel like there's various problematic relationships happening on this album in terms of the lyrics from what I'm reading consistently through all the songs. There does seem to be quite a few low moments and anger, frustration, negativity. On my prior video for Masterpiece Theater, one of you did let me know in the comments that Josh Ramsey did suffer from a drug addiction, a heroin addiction, and I read more into it. And apparently he was expelled from high school because of his addiction. So now we will move on to track number 7, Push. Okay, and that was track number 7, Push. And in this song, he's saying, in and out, and they'll push you up against the wall. You didn't think you'd feel it all, but you were wrong about it. Push. It started with a handgun, unloaded with excuses. I started faking it, and then we started breaking it. All the pieces used to fit, using like it's going out of style. Now, I could be wrong about my interpretation of the song, but I feel like that's totally fine. I feel like songs have different meanings to different people. But at the end of the day, the song will always have its true meaning to the artist that wrote it. But my interpretation of the song is he might be alluding to his drug addiction. And you're getting sick and you're feeling it against the wall. They'll push you up, but you were wrong about it. The part that makes me think that's about drugs is the line, using like it's going out of style. I mean, this song could mean other things as well. My interpretation is that it's about addiction, drugs, what have you. I'm also reading here that someone said Josh had bulimia and a heroin addiction, so he could also be singing about bulimia in this song. So now we will move on to track number 8, Far From Here. Alrighty, and that was track number 8, Far From Here. And he's saying, feels so right, but that's a lie. It's always near. Sit around and blame the one who put you here. I might laugh aloud to drown it out so I can breathe and feel this place around me. And once again, I don't know if he's singing about the heroin addiction once again on this song. He's saying, it feels so right, but that's a lie. It's always near. Sit around and blame the one who put you here. If you guys know some of the interpretations of these songs, the real interpretations and the real song meanings, let me know in the comments. There is a website I go to called Song Meaning, so I do check out that website from time to time if a meaning of a song is really annoying me and I really need to know desperately, and I can't wait for you guys to tell me in the comments. But I like it when you guys let me know in the comments. I like it when you guys share your knowledge with me. When it comes to the song itself, Far From Here, it's not one of my favorites on the album. I think it might be my least favorite, but I still enjoyed reading the story in the lyrics. But anyway, let's move on to track number 9, Vertigo. Okay, and that was track number 9, Vertigo. You got here just in time to see everything fall apart, but it's sad to see that everybody knows that I've been down in here before. Me and my everything, is this pound of flesh enough? And I'll cut away until you say enough that I've been down in here before. He has used cutting before on this album. Cutting away, cutting his skin. Just like the rest of this album, this is a powerful song. The way he sings it is filled with emotion, and you could just tell as he's singing the song that he's hurting and that it's painful to listen to. I know I never tried to stop, I never try. Shut your mouth, so what's one more excuse? Guess I just like the abuse. So there's the conflict with his drug addiction, bulimia, like someone else stated in the comments on this website, and perhaps self-harm and the struggles maintaining relationships, whether the relationships be with family members, acquaintances, friends, dating someone, who knows. Anyway, let's move on to track number 10, Alive Again.
I felt it turn to come and go. Don't worry, no one ever knows. Feel so wrong, don't play along. Got so used to playing on. Walk around like I'm alive again. It's not the same. I broke it all.
Okay, and that was track number 10, Alive Again. It seems so long since I've been gone. I got so used to just hanging on. I feel so wrong. I don't belong. I got so used to just hanging on. I'm used to starving out instead. It's easier than faking it. Sometimes it hurts, but that's not worse than all those times I guess it works. I broke it all. I'm sorry. I broke it all. I'm sorry. This album, it's making me so sad. I was not expecting to feel this way listening to this album. It breaks me in to stay alive. I know it hurt a lot like you. I know that you felt it too. It hurts the same, and that's okay. So we have come to the end of the album, track number 11, Skin and Bones.
I locked the door, turn all the water on. Skin and bones, I'm always on my bed. Without you, it's easier to quit. It's harder to admit you're pushing me. You're fucking pushing me.
Okay, that was the final track of the album. Track number 11, Skin and Bones. And going into the song, I feel like I had an idea of what the song would be about. Like the comment implied on this website here that he struggled with bulimia. Obviously, in my opinion, I feel like the song is about bulimia and his struggle with his body. He says, Finn, where have you been? Well, sometimes it burns. Maybe I'll wash it out. It all looks so big. Feeling so easy, make me skin and bones. I'm always on my knees for you. And then at the very end, he says, I will burn all of this. I will burn all of this. I will burn all of this. So when he says, I will burn all of this, does this imply that he will burn all this fat off his body because of the bulimia? Or it could mean, I mean, this song could also reference his drug addiction. It could reference many other things as well, many other things he went through. Mirror, lie to me, tell me you can see me. Maybe you won't be able to recognize me now. This whole album, this was a journey of emotions. I was not expecting the emotions that I would feel listening to this album. It's quite different from the rest of their discography. This is definitely the most dark sounding album in their discography. In my opinion, I have to go back to the rest of their discography, but it's definitely a different energy. It's more negative, it's more serious, there's more pain and anger, and you could just hear it in Josh's voice in every single one of these songs. I did like the album as a whole. I especially enjoyed reading the lyrics. I liked reading the stories that he went through and his experiences. And I liked almost every single song. I don't know if this would be a Marianas Trench album I would go back to all the time just because of the way it makes me feel. I do have to prepare myself before listening to this album, I feel like. And considering this is Marianas Trench's first album, it's their debut album, I think it's great for a debut album. And now the title of the album, Fix Me, makes a lot more sense. Definitely 100% my favorite two tracks on the album are track number 5, Shake Trap, and track number 4, Alibis. So what did you guys think of the album? Where does this rank on your Marianas Trench discography list of your least favorite to favorite Marianas Trench albums? What are your favorite songs? How does this album hold up now in 2020, 14 years later? And in the comments below, leave your interpretations of the songs. What are the true meanings of some of the songs? Maybe this album helped you get through a lot back in the day in 2006. I enjoyed this Marianas Trench discography journey very much. I loved all their albums. I love their music. I love their songwriting. And Josh Ramsey has such a great, powerful, meaningful voice. You can hear the emotion in every syllable he sings. And he's a fantastic songwriter. He's a fantastic musician. The band as a whole is very talented. And I'm very much looking forward to their new album after Phantoms. Hopefully they release a new album soon because I'm always hungry for more Marianas Trench albums. And I will end this video with this final question to you guys. What do you think of Marianas Trench as a whole? What do they mean to you? Maybe they have a special connection to you and your life, some things you went through, some occurrences that happened to you. What do they mean to you? Leave a comment. And did you ever see them live in concert? I would love to see them live in concert one day. So thanks for watching, guys. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter, you can message me, you can tell me other artists I should check out. I'm open to any artist from any decade. You can find me on Apple Music, you can check out my playlist, so on and so forth. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time. Take care.